Hello, welcome to round 8 of SNL's Formula X Season 5. Hope everyone's doing well on a very pleasant Sunday evening. Hope you can hear me okay. If you're in the chat, say hello. Make sure everything's working alright. Drop me a message so you can hear. So, we are at fictitious track tonight. It's always difficult to pronounce this one. Thanks Pat in the chat saying radio check is good. Thank you very much. So tonight we are at Alsace. Some people say Alsace. It's in France. It's I think on the border of Germany and Switzerland. This is a interesting track. It's quite there's quite a lot of incline to it. There's a lot of blind corners in the Formula X Super Formulas. I think this is going to be quite a challenge. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on. So this is guys' own practice, and as we get on to the track action, we see Bunnies, who currently is quickest, lose it in quite a big way. Let's put that on. Turn them off. Right, so as I say, this is round 8. We're just getting ready for qualifying. This will be our usual one-shot qualifying. Hopefully the lobby looks a little bit more stable. It's a little bit less bouncing around. Now, I think some of the big news tonight is Cool Dubois, the championship leader, is not racing tonight. He's unavailable. And that has a chance to change things around a bit, because actually no, saying that, there's 2 drop scores, and Cool Dubois' 2 drop scores currently are an 18 point and a 6 point, so this shouldn't harm him too much in terms of he'll have a 6 and a 0 at the drop, and his next minimum will be 18, so it's still pretty strong scores. But obviously it is a opportunity for some of the other drivers to take advantage and get a decent score on the ball whilst Cool Dubois is away. Now, replacing Cool Dubois, did we get a replacement? No, I don't think we did. So Jordan are going to be missing points as well. So we didn't get a reserve in for Cool Dubois. So Jordan are 1 down. So just waiting for quali to start, as it will be in reverse order as per usual. And the order will be, if I bring up the briefing, so Pat will be out first in the arrows, then Gazman, who's our super sub, he's driving for Braun GP again, and Lowy in the Jordan, Barboso in the arrows, Digital Blasphemy in the Ferrari, and Tulu in the Toyota, Jam in the Ferrari, Stray Dog if he makes it in the Lotus. I don't think... Yeah, Stray Dog's not in it. Tiny Terror is replacing so boss man for Team Lotus. Tiny Terror is in the Lotus. So he's replacing Stray Dog tonight. Then we've got Alexis in the Aston. Both Astons in today. Yes, they are. Wolfbane in the Brawn. Cthulhu in the Aston. Bunnies in the Lotus. Spunkware in the Toyota. And then I assume... We'll see, actually, yeah, so he won't be called Dubois, so no one will be going out, so Spunkwire will be last. So, let's have a look to see what... I need to work out, if someone's clever out there in YouTube land can tell me how you get graphical stuff, like Excel charts, onto the feed, that'd be much appreciated. Right, so... Actually, qualifying order, yeah, Tiny Terror is out first in the Lotus. Right, I should have read that. So in terms of tyres, Tiny Terror's got softs, Pat's got softs, Gazman's got softs, Lowy's got softs, Barboso has got softs, then Digi and Tulu and Jam are all on mediums, Alexis, Wolfbane and Cthulhu on softs, Bunny's on the hards, and Spunkmayo is on mediums. So we've got majority of the field are using softs, but the key title protagonists so far, Bunnies and Spunkmayo, are on hards and mediums respectively. So we'll see how that pans out. Right, we're just waiting for, I think, one other driver, Jonathan, if he's joining us. So whilst we're waiting, let's have a look at the standings. So Cool Dude Boy currently leading. He's not here tonight on 138 points, and Spunkwire on 118, and Bunny's on 113. So tight battle for second. Well, let's see what they can do to bring that lead down to Cool Dude Boy. Mum Sykes says hi everyone. Enjoy, guys. Yep, should be good. Hopefully the lobby's going to behave itself. Cthulhu is 4th on 101, and then Wolfbane in the Brawn is on 90. Alexis is 6th on 79. Stray Dog, who's not here tonight, is 73. Jam is 8th on 70. Tulu 68, and JD Trim I think is now being permanently replaced. Digitally Black for me is 11th on 46. TB4 in the Brawn, I think might certainly Gazman standing in for him. He is on 34. Baboso is on 34. Then we get the reserves. Illusion Lowy's on 17. Gazman, Carl Trim, and MX Raptor I think only appeared for 2 rounds. And in the constructors, that is close. So Toyota with Spunkware, the team boss, they are on 86. Aston Martin with Cthulhu as another driver coach, then was 174. Lotus with Tiny Terror, who's driving tonight, they're 169, and Jordan are 160. So top 4 only covered by 26 points. And given that obviously the maximum number of points on offer is, I should know this, probably about 55-ish points, something like that. That's quite a small gap, 26 points from 1st to 4th. Then we've got Braun on 124 in 5th, Ferrari 6th, Gazman's team, Braun being run by Wolfbane, another driver coach. They're on 124. Ferrari are 6th on 114, and then Arrows with Pat, who I think is also driving tonight. Yes, he is. So there's a lot of team principals in tonight. They're on 7th on 91. All right, let's see if anything is going on. Still in practice mode. Bobby's looking a little better, or it's still a bit skittish. That didn't look very nice by Lowy. Yeah, so we're still looking a little bit skittish. I've done everything I can my end. I'm now hardwired with a 30-meter Ethernet cable that goes from where my PlayStation lives to the router. So hopefully we'll be a little skittish at Red Bull Ring. Right. Just waiting for Jam to kick us off. 2 minutes, he says. Right, should we talk tyres? Because we love tyres. Hi to all the drivers who are listening, because I've got 5 watching. I bet some of them are drivers. Right, so tyres for tonight in the race. Again, a good mix. That's what makes this interesting series. Is always a mix of tyres. So this track is probably going to be quite hard on them. I didn't actually get a chance to run any laps, but as we go through, we'll do a little track guide during qualifying. No pressure, but that's probably going to be tiny. So if you're listening tiny, I'm going to do a track guide for you. So don't go off. Right, so where was I? Tyres. So Wolfbane, he will be on softs and 2 sets of mediums. So my point being, I think there's not going to be a huge amount of surplus sets at the end of the race. As we know that each driver has to pick 3 tyres, either soft, medium or hards. And if they don't use one of the compounds, then it gets discarded. So they lose it from their 3 allocated tyres. But we've seen a lot that in a lot of races that people have been double stinting the softs, for instance. Be interested to see if that happens tonight, because I say there's some long radius, very quick corners which will burn the tyres. So just getting ready to go. So Wolfbane's got soft and then double mediums. Gazman's got soft and double mediums. Paposo is got soft, medium and hards. Pat has gone all soft. Lexus has got soft and 2 mediums. Then Digi, Jam have both gone all soft. So both Ferraris are going full full on softs. Aloe is double soft mediums, and Cool Do Boy was going all hards. Probably on the knowledge that he wasn't going to be here tonight. And I don't know how that works. Jan, maybe give me a steer on that. If someone doesn't turn up, do they lose their allocation? Seems a bit of a fudgy way of doing it, but nevertheless, let's see. So, Stray Dog, who's Tiny Terror, he'll be soft hards. Bunnies is soft mediums, and Tulu's soft mediums, and Spunkmeyer is soft mediums. So, let's see if anyone out. No, not yet. He's going to go. There we go. So, Tiny Terror is out, and he's already lost it coming out the first chicane complex. So, let's get rid of that, and we get rid of that. Right, so here we go. Let's give Tiny the beneficiary and not actually follow him around. We'll stay on the wide camera. So into a tight left-hand hairpin, and it should be a flat kink right hand, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens here. This is a series of kinks, trying to get some heat into those softs. I've not actually driven this track since GT7. Now that I would have thought would have been flat, but I could be wrong. A long left-hander, then tight, tricky sequence here. A tightish uphill right, all blind. Then a long left into a probably third gear corner, left-hander. Then another really long, probably should be flat. I would have thought long right-hander into a downhill left chicane hairpin. Here we go. The good thing about GT7 actually is a lot of the tracks that carry over from GT Sport. There's a lot more sort of camber and elevation. Right, so coming down to the last corner, last left-hand hairpin. Let's see what Tiny can do. Tiny seems good. What car is he in? That looks different. They got a different livery. Right, so into the first complex we go. Tight. Left, right, left up the hill, then into this very, very tricky downhill right-hander. In the old days this used to be virtually flat, but I don't think it will be in this. And down third gear he goes, and down the hill to a tight left-hand hairpin. And it should be flat now through his kink. And a series of kinks into this long, let's go on board, so here we go. We can see now this long left-hander going wide, keep it pinned, he's on the overtake but a little bit of a lift. So he's lifting but on the overtake button, interesting. Right, then we've got blind right-hander, it's hard to get right. You can see there's lots of elevation change, lots of blind press, flat kink, and down to a left-hander we go. Get a bit of an inside curve and give it a boot fall but not too early. Flat out right-hander, should be, yep. Keep it flat, and then we get ready to brake for a fairly tight left hand as we come over the crest. There we go. There we go. Then over the brow, little flat right kink, and just get ready for the last corner. Probably the key overtaking spot on the track. This one. Straighten that little kink, and brake down. Probably down to second, late apex. Very nice. And then so Tiny goes across the line. Gives us our first time. So he does a 132.8. So let's see what Pat can do to attack that. So these are two arrows, and they've. Oh, hang on. So Pat, no, right. This is confusing me. Yeah, Pat's in the arrows. So I'm totally confused now. What cars we've got there? So. We'll try and understand this. Pat is in arrows, but he's not using normal arrows. Right, okay, so up the hill he goes. He's got a 132.835 to beat. Pat is also on the softs. So Tiny did his lap on the softs, and so is Pat. So they're quite swift through there. Go through his tight left-hand hairpin. Let's see, let's go on board with Pat now. Let's see, does he take this? He's 2 temps up, so we're up already first split. This is flat, not quite. A Tiny was on the overtake there, and Pat goes on it now. And we've got to get this corner right. Come out. That's looking quite neat and tidy from Pat so far. On the overtake as we go through these couple of kinks. And spot the braking for this tricky downhill left. And again, we're on the overtake as he is. We go through this flat right-hander. This is quite a tricky track in Group 3s, and he's almost 6 tenths up. So good lap so far from Pat. 2 corners to go. Hits the apex nicely there for the left-hander, and then this is a non-event in the Super Performers, just flat, over the crest. Alright, so Jam's saying, Tiny does have a livery on weird, Powell's has a livery on weird, Wentworth re-entering the lobby for the race. Yes, I will do that. Right, so he goes across though. Oh, he lost a bit in the last sector, but Pat takes pole so far. Just over a tenth and a half faster than Tiny, so Pat is on the way. Yeah, it's weird that those liveries are not working, but the others are, so I will exit and enter. Right, Gazman in the Brawn, also on softs. So as we go through this first little complex, very easy to lose the rear end as they go up the hill. A little lift there as we go through the left hand as we go up the hill. Let's have a watch there, we go over the brakes, see how hilly this track is. Now we drop down, quite steep downhill. And dropped it down the 4th, quick shift down into this hairpin. Out we go. Into this challenging long left-hander. It's going to be a tight kiss. So Gazman is already 8 tenths up, so great first sector. A little bit of a lift, so they're all lifting through there. On the overtake button as we go to the left of the track, then click the apex with this tricky right hand. This is a tricky track, as you can see. I think it's particularly hard in GQ7 now. Alright, down we go. Get the apex right. Very nicely done. We should get a split fairly soon. Let's see how he's doing. He was 8 tenths up, and he's increased that lead now. It's almost a second. So Gazman putting a nice lap in here. Jam saying money me saving as a style for the liveries, maybe. Bit of a slide through the final corner. I got too excited as Pat. But still a good lap, Pat. You're second on the grid so far. But it looks like Gazman's going to, unless he's assuming he gets the last corner right. Look pretty good. Gets on the power, so Gazman should go on the pole, and he does by 1.2 seconds. So there you go. 1:31.473 beat. Aloe next up. The pressure of the one-shot qualies. There we go. So the only Jordan driver tonight. Across the line he goes on the overtake. Goes into the first little complex. Let's have a watch from here, shall we? You see how tricky this is. So a little bit wide coming out. That's compromising going up the hill. We come up over the hill under the bridge. Then dive back down the hill. Remember we used to do the Red Bulls on this track. That corner was flat and it was ridiculous. There we go. So tight hairpin, get on the power nicely. Got traction control lighting up as we come through the kink. Through past the one of the different configuration pits. Oh, down the 5th, so not quite as confident through there. No, we won't get a split because unless he's gone quickest and gone purple, the game doesn't give splits. So round we go into this tight left-hander. What can the Jordan driver do? Where is he currently in? So Lowy's another super sub. Coming through the flat out left-hander. Just tight right. Easy to go wide there. You want to use the cam to your advantage. And on the overtakes we go up over the crest. This right hand kink. Technically it's turn 16. And then down the hill to turn 17, which is our last corner. Nice late turn in, get on the apex. This is going to slot him in 4th, and he goes 4th on a 1:35. Right, Barbosa, what can he do? Another one on softs. There's lots of drivers on softs. This is the arrows I expected. Where have he gone? There he is. Right, it's interesting how they changed the camera view. So up over here we go in the arrows. So it looks like Tiny and Pat, for some reason, have both got default liveries, so we'll see if we can sort that out. Right, down the hill we go. A nice wide panoramic of Alsace. Alsace, however you want to pronounce it. Into the long right hand. Let's go on the, here you go. Oh, that's a good view. Oh, we're flat, we're flat, we're flat, we're flat on overtake. Very nicely done. The first one, I think, to keep his foot pinned all the way through. And that was a great view from the halo. You get a sense of speed from this camera angle. This is great. So, into this tight left-hander. He wasn't purple through the first sector, I would have seen it, but let's see what that run through there has done. As we come up to the checkpoint, no, he's obviously not, despite that mega run, we're not purple yet. Let's see what he can do for the last couple of corners. Quite getting the apex, but he's still carrying good speed. Come over the crest into this last corner. He's on the overtakes. This should be a good lap. That was commitment through turn 10. Quite aptly named turn 10, given it's a similar type of profile to turn 10 in Turkey. Across the line we go for a, what do you get, a 132.1, so 6/10 off Gazman. So Barbarossa fits into a second. Right, in Tulu. Tulu is on the mediums, right, so first medium runner. Let's see what in Tulu can do. So he's got a tyre disadvantage, but we've certainly seen from Cool Dude Boy, that's a terrible view. Let's go in car for a little bit. As we've seen from Cool Dude Boy, having the mediums doesn't necessarily mean you can't get pole, so let's see what he can do. Tulu's doing a good job in the championship. Currently in, where are we in Tulu? 9th place. So let's see what he can do. Right, here we go. Should we go on board again? This is a good place to go. Let's go with a halo as we go screaming through there. Hit he flat or a bit of a lift this time? But he's on the overtake. It's interesting. Drivers are electing to lift but stay on the overtake button. So they're still getting the curves boost, but they're lifting. Interesting. Right. Down we come. Get it into the apex. Use the camber. Look quite nice and tidy. Looks like we're not getting purples though, so Gazman's pole is still looking safe from Tulu. Jam will be coming next, and Jam will be on mediums as well. So a couple of medium runners going at the moment. Let's see where Tulu can put it. Down the hill to the penultimate corner. This is turn 15. No, turn 17. So I missed the corner. There we go. Through the last corner. What are we going to get? This is probably going to be a 33 or 34, 33-2. So, goes into 6th. Jam, come around the last corner. Let's see what Jam can do. He's also on the mediums. Let's go on board then as we go into this first sector. So, a lot of oversteer and understeer and all sorts going on there. We go up the hill, it's very easy to lose the back end. It's a tricky start to the first sector for Jam. Let's see if he can recover some time. Their mediums, they're probably a bit chilly side as well, so it's not ideal qualifying on anything other than softs. So a bit of understeers we went through there. So into, let's go on board into long turn 10. Commitment there though. Jam was fully flat all the way through on medium, so that was quick. Let's see if we can do the rest of that. I think he's got some tyre temperature now. Just playing around with camera angles. Right, so into the tricky downhill left. That looked nice, got to the apex. I think he's probably a couple of seconds off it. Let's see what he can do relative to Tulu, who's also on mediums. Down the hill we go, into turn 15, then up over the brow, the kink of the turn 16. Lexus is already on track. So now it's just a case of pick your braking point. Nice late turn in, we get the nice late apex. Yeah, so we're still getting a bit of understeer. So it's going to be a 35 or 36. We get a 36 4.65, so Jam is into 8th. Right, see what Lexus can do. Lexus, we know, is quick and he's on softs. Can he wrestle that pole away from Gazman in the Brawn? Let's go on board then. He's on the overtake as we go into the first sector. Try and keep it nice and tight here. That looked good. Short shifting a bit. Oh, if you can see, these cars are squirrely. He's got some assist going on as well. Also, drive assist is flashing up there. Let's see what we can do as we come down the hill. Kept in 5th, some are dropping in the 4th. This is looking quick. Look at this tight full lock. You can see just trying to get some bite from the front tyres. Let's go into the first sector. I think we're through it, so he's not up on Gazman at the moment. Let's see, does he take it fully pinned? He's taking it 5th as well, so he's electing to rev it fully out in 5th rather than going up to 6th. Up the hill we go. Through turns, where are we? 12 and through 12 there into 13. It's tricky downhill left. I always love this corner. Get it right, you can just slingshot out. Now the long, the turn 14, flat out. Here we go. This is totally flat. And you can see it's hard to see. You can't see the apex when you turn into turn 15. It's tricky. And up over the brow of the hill we go. And keep it straight because the road does slightly curve to the left a little bit. And then get your braking right where we brake in, around about 75 metres. Get it turned in. So let's see what we can do. We got 130, 1.4 to beat. It's going to be tight, but not quite. Oh, he does it. No, I thought he wasn't going to make that. So a good last sector there from Alexis. Takes pole by just under 2 tenths. Jam saying steering wheel fell off stand. That would have made it awkward. That would explain the understeer. Right, Wolfbane. Also in the Brawn. Also on softs. Can he avenge his teammate? Look, quite neat up there. A lot of traction control, but he was pretty quick. Can he grab pole back for the Brawns? That looked nice through there as well. This is looking tidy. As he get to the apex of the hairpin, looked pretty good. Right, so Alexis was flat through here, but flat in 5th. Wolfbane, he's already up, but brilliant. We said it looked tidy. Superb first sector for Wolfbane. Oh, a bit of a lift though. He was half a second up. Let's see what that does for his second sector split. This is going to be tight because Alexis was quick through there. We come down the hill into a turn of 13. It's a little bit wide there. Are we going to get a split? No, we're not. So he looks like he's lost that half-second advantage with that really good first sector. But we did see that Lexus also wasn't getting splits and then got pole. You mean he wasn't fastest in the first couple of sectors, but then he was really quick on the last sector. So there's 3 more after Wolfbane. 2 loose bunnies and Spunkmate. Let's see what he can do. I don't think this is going to be pole. It's going to be a 32, I think. Yeah, just so. Lost out a bit. Goes into 4th. 8.5 tenths behind Lexus. So the stellar first sector. So he didn't quite nail the rest of it. Right, who's up next? It's Cthulhu, the other Aston. Also on softs. Can Cthulhu make it an Aston mine all front row? Let's have a look. Okay, let's go on board. It's always nice to see the onboard, so let's focus on that. They're nice. Shifting up early to try and quell the oversteer. Avoid the rears spinning up. A bit of a downshift there. I think he went to 6 too early. Once he take this in, drops it down to 4th. And into the hairpin, can we get it to the apex? It's like a lot of people struggling, but that didn't look too bad. Again, he's up shifting early to try and quell the oversteer. Alright, here we go, turn 10, do we take it flat? Here we go on over the kilo. There's a little lift going in, but he's on the overtake all the way round as well, so that was an interesting strategy. He was on the overtake, he got a little lift going in, but then put the overtake button all the way around it, so that could have been pretty quick. So we'll get another sector just as we go through turn 13. This is looking quite fast for Cthulhu, so we're not getting a sector time. But I reckon he's there or thereabouts. There's a couple of attempts between Lexus and Gazman. Can he get it in? Can he beat his teammate or slot in behind him? So, coming up to the last corner now, straight line this ever so small kink. Bring it over to the left hand, right hand side. Get a late apex, that looked quite nice, don't take too much power. So this is going to be tight, but I think this is going to be just in the 32s. Yes it is. So, Cthulhu actually does a 132.2. So Alexis' last sector was amazingly strong. Right, slots into where for 5th place, just behind Wolfbane. Right, here goes Bunnies. So Bunnies is third in the championship and he's under a pretty strong run of form at the moment. So see what Bunnies can do. He's on hards though, and that I think is, you can see there the effect of the hards. It makes it difficult, very difficult. The tyres will be cold. And he's going, I think, going to struggle. I think if he does anything other than last on the grid, I think it will be impressive because he's the only one running hards in qualifying. You see he's been having to be really ginger, and I think if we go on board and watch the difference through turn 10, you clearly see the difference between hards. But he keeps it flat though, there you go, that is commitment from Bunnies. He wasn't on the overtake, but he kept it flat. So, I think he's getting a bit of heat into the tyres now. So what can he do? The first sector was a bit sketchy, but I think now the tyres are beginning to warm up a bit. This isn't looking, I reckon this could be mid-pack here, which would be a good effort on hards. So everyone has a set allocation of tyres they must use in qualifying. It all depends on where you choose your tyres to go. And Bunnies has decided on hards. He wants to do it here, and then fight his way through the field, which he tends to like doing anyway. So coming to the last corner, turn 17. Through we go, through the grid, past the grid hatchings, and across the line we go for a 135, and loses it as he goes across the line. So Bunny's into 10th place, just ahead of Jam, then Spaltmeyer, so last to go. Second on the grid in the championship. This goes in reverse championship order. He's on mediums as well. So let's see how he can do on his mediums. It's tricky on the best of times these cars, especially when you throw camber and gradient into it and not very warm medium tyres. Right, apparently Spotlight tells me there's an Easter egg he's planted for me. I assume that's on his livery, so we'll have a look out for that. Right, so through we go into turn 10. Let's see how he copes with that. Kept in 5th. But with a bit of overtake, so they're pretty quick. Through see these long duration corners, this track has got lots of them. That's going to kill the tyres. So downhill into turn 13, and flat out turn 14. What can he do? Can he put that 5th or 6th on the grid? It's hard to tell. So the medium runners, but Digi's not here tonight either, so we've only got one Ferrari by the looks of it. So Tulu was a medium runner, so can a Spunkwire beat his teammate? This is the question. Looking quite neat and tidy. This is probably going to be a 33. Yes it is, and so a 10th behind his teammate. That shows how well matched these Toyota drivers are. So there we have it. That is the grid. So another, I think it might be another pole for Alexis and the Aston. And I always get the team bosses wrong, so I'm not going to get it wrong today. So the Aston team boss, which is Cthulhu. So he'll be pleased with that. Alexis on pole then for Aston Martin, with Gazman doing a fine job in second in the Brawn, and Barboso in the Arrows. I think it might be that's his best grid position. Third place, and then Wolfbane in 4th, so the Brawn's doing really well, 2nd and 4th. Cthulhu in the other Aston in 5th, so a good session for the Aston boys. Then Pat in 6th, good effort from Pat for jumping in and standing. 7th is Tiny Terror, as a stand-in for his team in the Lotus. Tulu is 8th in the Toyota. Actually, yeah, sorry, I'm on about. Yeah, so Toyota's, yes, 8th and 9th. Spot me in 9th. So the two medium Toyotas, 8th and 9th, got a bit of work to do. Aloe is 10th in the Jordan. Bunnies is 11th in the Lotus. And then Jam with wheel trouble is 12th in the Ferrari. Pat in the chat say, if I'd known before I'd qualified P6, I've definitely taken it. Pleasant surprise, well, yeah, very well done. Right, I am going to leave the lobby and I will try and come back to see if I can get Pat and Tiny's liveries. Gazman in the chat saying P2. Looky. P2 Gazman up in the sharp end. Alright, let's see if that. Hopefully we can join it. That's always a worry when you come out of the lobby and go back in. That's a good sign. There we go. Alright. I don't get the result, which is a pain in the backside, but hey ho! Right, so. Alright, Pat has got his livery on this anyway, and so is Tiny. Good, that might have worked. Hopefully. There you go, blank grid. That's a shame, never mind. Although this is showing the grid, which is great. So we have Alexis and Gasman really close. Look at that, only 2/10 between them. Barbosa doing a great job for arrows. So it's a mixed up grid, and we've got the key title protagonists. Spunkmeyer who's 2nd, and Bunnies who's 3rd, 9th and 11th. And we've got hopefully a rapid jam in 12th with a wheel that works. Is your wheel working, Jam? Is it secure? It must be. He's ready to go. So countdown, it will be starting. It's a tight. You can see that the first couple of corners are tight and tricky, and there's not much room. So hopefully everyone's going to take a nice sensible pill tonight, and we'll have no major dramas. I'm going to stick my light on because it's getting quite dark in here. Right, there is the grid. We are ready to go with the Aston Martin on pole. Look at that, it's a lovely grid. Here we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are away in France. Looks like Alexa's got a nice start. Gasman also got a nice start. Let's see, make sure they all get through. Looks like not too much carnage so far. They've all got through. I think they've all got through. Look at that. I think they've all made it. That looks spectacular. Well done, everyone. Right, up to the front we go then. Alexis has got a good start. Gasman in 2nd place, right on his tail though. Then Barbosa, we've got a bit of scrapping going on here. Spunkmeyer's already up to 5th. Spunkmeyer is up to 5th, and Intu's up to 6th. The Toyota's had a mega start. Looks like Intulu is being hassled by Cthulhu, and the Aston Cthulhu obviously didn't get such a good start. He's got Jam, who's also gained a few places. And we'll stick with this bunch. They come into the rapid turn 10. And Jam is stinging down the inside. Oh, it looks like one of the arrows is gone. Who was that? Oh, there's a whole load of them. Wolfbane's gone off. Cthulhu's gone off. Pat has gone off. So we had a bit of carnage there. I wonder if we can catch that. Let's have a look. Will the replay catch it? Yes, we will. So we're on board with... Who we're on board with? It looks like... So a lot of people just basically understeered off. Pat understeered off. Wolfbane understeered off. Cthulhu understeered off. So it was almost like there was oil on the track, but there won't have been. So... Cthulhu's got a bit of recovering to do. Up at the front, Alexis has got a bit of a back gap now to Gasman, who's got the arrows right behind him. Spunkmeyer is now up to 4th. What a mega start from him. Tiny's up to 5th. Tulu's also up to 6th. And Bunny's up to 7th. So Bunny's taking hards. Well, he's up to 7th already. So as we go across the line for the start of the first race. And the lobby's actually looking quite stable, isn't it? It's not jumping around too much. There's a little bit of skipping, but That's looking much better. Gasman's under a bit of pressure now from Barboso. Oh, big tack and slapper, and it looks like Barboso's going to get him. We go up over the hill. Let's go on board with Barboso. He's got the Gasman right behind, right alongside us. He's not going to, you see the braking effect, he's mad on this track. So as we go into this hairpin, is he going to try and do a switchback? Yes, he is. I think we've got past. And there's a battle from the cars in front of us. But there's behind us, and Gasman now has lost out to Barboso. As we watch from the back of the arrows, we go into this rapid turn 10. He's taking it. He's on soft though, whereas Gasman is on medium. So and so is Spudmire. So Spudmire's had an absolute storming start. Tiny's up to 5th, Tooley's up to 6th, Jamie's up to 7th from all the way to the back, and Lowy is also up to 8th. Pat is recovering 9th. Bunnies has dropped down. What's happened to Bunnies? What has happened to Bunnies? Did we see that, or was there a little bit of a skirmish? Let's have a look. Or is that? Oh no, it's gone back miles. I love it when it does that. Silly replay. Right, so Bunnies has had a good start and then dropped back down again. Catuli's recovering from 11th. The Wolfbane is having to recover from 12th. So Alexis is well clear. Barboso is beginning to pull back. So Alexis is on medium. So we'll keep an eye on this gap. He's just done the fastest lap of the race, as you kind of would expect on lap 2. But Barboso's on soft, so we'll keep an eye on that. Spudmay's up to 3rd, and I'm going to try and catch that, but I can't. No, it's also gone back miles. So Spudmay is having an absolute screamer of a start. So Gasman's struggling a bit on his mediums, whereas Spudmay is also on mediums. So Tiny is at 5th. It's going to be hard to keep up what's going on. See what if Two is 6th and Jam's 7th. Pat in 8th, recovering. Lowy 9th. Bunny's 10th. Couture 11th and Wolfbane 12th. So there's a bit of a few gaps opening up already. They start bedding themselves in. Alexis had a 3.7 second lead. Oh, that's wall of death around the outside by Barboso. And locks his inside brake as he goes into the right-hander. So everyone, so Gasman's settled down in 4th. Right, so Tiny is on softs, and 2 is on medium. So Tiny's had a good start. A bit of a struggle in qualifying. So Team Lotus had mixed fortunes so far in this race. But he's done a good job of getting to 5th. Let's see what else is going on. So Ntulu is 6th. Jam's obviously got his wheel sorted. He's in 7th. So everyone's a little bit spread out so far. Pat is in 8th. Recovering. He's got the pace. We saw that from qualifying. Bunnies has now got to do another recovery job. He's back up to 9th past the Lowy. Cthulhu is 10th, 11th, and Wolfbane is 12th. So that gap has come down a bit. It's now down to 2.8. So Barboso, I hope I'm pronounced that right. He's taken a second out of the Aston Martin's lead. Now you would kind of expect that, given the leaders on mediums. We'll keep an eye on tyres. So could we see an Arrows leading this race? Spudmire is now 3rd. He did a 32.5. So Spudmire is lapping as quick as the 2 in front of him. Barboso is on softs. Spudmire is on medium. So it's boding well so far for Spudmire. I'll see how the strategy plays out. There's Gasman in a bit of a lonely 4th, Tony Terry in 5th and Tulu in 6th. Hotly pursued by Jam in 7th. Now I say everyone, there's no actual real tight battles going on at the moment. I think everyone's a little bit spaced out. So we'll follow Pat for a little while, see what he's doing. Let's have a look at Bunnies. So Bunnies is closing down. So Bunnies is on mediums. Pat is on softs. Bunnies did a 33.8 in the previous lap, whereas the guys up front are doing 32s. Well, let's have a quick check in with the leaders then. So that gap is now down to 1.9. So Alexis, who chooses not to run traction control, he did a 33.084, whereas Barboso is now done the fastest lap of the race. So the Arrows driver, it's taking him a little while to find his feet. He's best position was actually the last round. We scored 12 points. And 12 points equals 7th. So it was his best finish of the season. But he's now starting to really cut into the leader's lead. Let's go back to the briefing. So what can the arrow drivers do? He's just gone purple. So he's put the fastest lap of the race in. He's got a lead down to 1.8. They're dropping Spunmire now. He's also just done his fastest. The Spunmire is half a second quicker than the leader on the same tyres. He's lapping pretty rapidly. Gazman also on mediums. He's done a 34.0. That's a second and a half slower than Spunmire. The Tulu has got Jam now closing up with him. Bunnies has gone up to 7th. So Bunnies has passed Tiny and Aloe. So we missed that. So what happened to Pat? I suspect they probably had a bit of a drama. And he's right behind the Lotus. Oh, I thought he was going to have a wash now from Pat's perspective. It's gone a little bit wide. These cars are hard to keep on. The Tiny's on the softs as well, so they're both on softs, but they both just jumped in at the last minute, whereas Bunnies, let's have a look at this. So Bunnies has done 2,300 miles in his car. Tiny's done just over 400 and Pat's done 500, so you can see the difference in experience. Aloe is catching them both. He's just done his personal best on softs. Wolfbane recovering, 35 and 36s. Just done a 34.6. And Cthulhu, what's Cthulhu doing? We got a yellow flag. What have we got a yellow flag? Where's the yellow flag come from? Who was that? Someone's gone off. No one obvious. Let's keep an eye on Bunnies. He's beginning to fly now. He's medium. Bunnies has gone off. That's the yellow flag. He has damage. So is his teammate going to get past him? That's the damage. Will eventually walk himself off. But yeah, Bunnies did a 32.29, which is only like a tenth of a second slower than the fastest lap of the race. It's set by Barboso on soft. So Bunny's got some rapid pace. He's 18 seconds off the lead. Alexis is on the same tyres. So Alexis pretty much now keeping pace with the arrows behind him. 1.8 seconds between them. And here comes that lovely little bug where we see the fuel light come on. If you're in the chat, come say hi. We've got a few people watching, but I suspect they're drivers. But if anyone is actually just watching and not driving, come say hi. So that lead is now, he's fleeing around a bit because these cars do move around a bit. It's down to 1.6. Barboso's front right is starting to wear a bit, but it's actually not that much worse than Lexus. So that's interesting. And he's got that gap down to just over a second now. So if this was Formula 1, he'd be in DRS range very soon. Spunmire is keeping them in sight. Gazman doing a good job, now into the low 33s. Tulu is keeping that gap to about a second, but Tulu's doing a good job. He's on mediums, Jam's on softs. Keep an eye on Bunnies now. He's pulled away from Tiny. Let's have a look at this lead battle now. Alexis is being caught quite quickly. Let's have a look from Barboso's car. He's just done 2.32.4s on the bounce, which, given how tricky this track is and how tricky these cars are, that's pretty impressive consistency. He's on the purple lap as well. Flat through here. Gets a bit of understeer, but Alexis is doing a great job on mediums, you've got to say. But Barboso's gaining as we come down. This is probably where he'll look to line him up into this last corner, turn 17. The rest of the track. Oh, he's got a good run there. I think we're going to have a go. I think we're going to be alongside each other as we go into the first complex. That's difficult. Barboso gets the lead in. Oh, that's a terrible view. What's going on? We're missing it all. But he makes his stick as well. So a beautiful move there. Let's see if we can catch that one again. No. Stupid replays. Right, so both locking their tyres. They really push, but so the Arrows is now leading. But is the Aston going to come back from that? You would imagine the tyres, the Barboso's tyres, should be offering still more grip, but he's starting to go through them now. He's halfway through. You can see these really fast corners just absolutely kill the tyres. But Alexis is not letting go. Let's have a watch. So he's not being dropped at all. This front right doesn't look that happy either. So I don't think they'll be double stinting softs today. I think they'll be choosing to change those. So let's see if Barbosa can pull a little gap out. Lexus is still super close. Lexus has done a fine season so far. Where is the Lexus in the championship? Lexus is 6th for the moment. So he'll be pleased with the start of the race here. Spuntmeyer still keeping him honest. He's actually lapping, because it's a battle, he's actually lapping about a second lap quicker. He's only 3.7 behind. Gazman's still doing a good job in 4th. And it looks like Ntulu's starting to get the attentions now of Jam. Jam's only 4 tenths behind him. He's trying to run a bit right. It looks like Bunnies is catching the pair of them. So Bunnies has just gone purple actually on his medium. So last lap he did a 32.1. Jam did a 32.9. Ntulu did a 33.2. So cracking little battle just about to appear here. Let's see if there's anything further up ahead before we cut back. So Lexus and Spuntmeyer getting a little bit closer. Barbosa's now increased that to 1.7, so he's pulling away. So let's watch this battle for 5th. Looks like it's the closest battle on the track at the moment between Ntulu, Jam and Bunnies. It looks like Bunnies, everyone's tyres are wearing fairly evenly despite being medium and softs. See Bunnies there really pushing his right front as he goes through the long turn 10. Jam now's getting really close to Ntulu. Is he going to make a move as we go into the downhill turn 13? He's got a tyre advantage. Can he get Ntulu? Let's go. He's got the Toyota. He's gone a bit wide. What's Bunny's doing? Bunny's a little bit behind us, so we're a little bit free with Jam to go have a go at that Toyota. Is he going to make a dive into the last corner? I think he is. There he goes. I think he's got him there. We watch the Toyota's fighting back though. There's the Ferrari. He's gone a little bit deep. Can we get a slingshot out? Oh, I just think, unfortunately, didn't quite time it right. That was all that was. Jam did a very good job in closing the apex off there. And it means that Jam got the advantage, and now Bunnies is starting to look very interested in that Toyota in front. The car in front of you is a Toyota, although Ntulu got a great run out of there. So out of turns 1, 2 and 3, he got a super run. So even though he's on his mediums, but Jam had a tricky qualifying, but he's managed to get himself up to 5th in the 32s. And Bunnies is lining up in Ntulu. What can he do? 18 seconds off the lead, so he's not losing too much time. 30 years probably affect him as we go on the back of the Toyota. Oh, Bunnies has made a move as we got through. I think he looked like he made that stick, but not quite. So let's watch from the back of Bunnies, from Bunnies' cockpit. That's what you can see. Ntulu's very quick through that downhill 13. He's just gained a load of time on Jam as well. And he's shaken off the Lotus. The Toyotas are showing good pace at the moment. Let's have a look what's going up front. So Barbosa is nearly 3 seconds out now. He's still in the low 32. So Barbosa is really showing an impressive turn of pace here today. Pulled out the 3 seconds now. Lexus, let's go back to this battle for 5th. So Jam's got it at the moment, so he's pulled a little gap on Ntulu. Ntulu's now got his rear view mirrors full of a rabid bunny. Let's see, Bunnies are getting proper squirrely. He comes up over the hill. His front medium though is looking nasty. Look at the difference. Bunnies, we do know, is hard on tyres. I was like saying, hi Matthew, enjoy it, SNL. Yeah, it is good fun. How's the overtake? So Bunnies hasn't touched his overtake yet, interestingly enough. So if you look bottom left by the track map, you see the overtake button. Bunnies is full. Ntulu's used quite a lot of his. Jam's used even more, but I'm not surprised from Jam because he's down in 12th. Oh, Bunnies is getting a bit closer now. Can he make a move? They're losing a bit of time now, and they'll need 20 seconds behind the leader. And Barbosa, what's Barbosa doing tyre-wise? Barbosa is using soft, medium, hard. So, okay, so that's interesting. So even though Barbosa is in the lead, he is probably doing his only soft run here, and you can see he's probably only going to get to a third of the race through it. So there's definitely no double stint in the softs tonight. They're only going to do one stint. So he's going to have to go on to mediums, which probably won't last the race either. So he's going to have to use his hards, whereas Spuntmeyer's got double softs and mediums. So Spuntmeyer's looking pretty good. Lexus is soft, medium, medium. So Spuntmeyer, I think, is looking quite nice at the moment. Right. Let's have a quick look what else is going down. Tiny Terror is in 8th. Pat is in 9th. Wolfbane is in 10th. The Low is in 11th. And we've lost someone. Who have we lost? Have we lost Cthulhu? We've lost the other Aston Martin driver. Cthulhu not scoring for Aston Martin. Bunnies though looking to make. Bunnies has gone purple and he's right on the tail of the Toyota as we go into this fearsome. Oh, it gets out on the marbles. Had a big lift. The Toyota's doing a fine job in defending. They're both on mediums. Cthulhu though, his tyres are lasting well. He just did a 32.8, which is his fastest. Jam is slowly dropping us now. So Cthulhu's starting to get good pace out of those mediums, and he's on a pretty similar lap this lap as well. You can hear, I don't know if you hear the commentary, the tyre scrub going on. So that's why this track is punishing for the tyres. Bunnies, he's going through his front medium quite heavily. Tony Terry is not that far behind his teammates. So Spuntmeyer is in. Spuntmeyer has decided to ditch those mediums. And Spuntmeyer has got, what have we got left to go with Spuntmeyer? We have got 2 sets of softs. So is this Spuntmeyer charge about to happen? Easter egg. I'm looking for Easter eggs. Anything on that livery? Can't see anything. Right, where's he come out? He's come out in 6th. Jam is also in. So he has enough of those softs. That moves Pat. Jam will probably get it. So Jam is obviously a quick stop here. So a bit of fuel. Whereas Spuntmeyer is also fueled up. Interesting. How's the fuel going? So Barbosa doing a nice job at EB in this lap. His front stop right. He's absolutely knackered. Oh, what up there? Oh, a bit of lag. But he's stopped. So he's 4 seconds up. But he'll be in now. And so will Lexus, because his tyres. So that's interesting. Barbosa's softs have lasted pretty much the same time as Lexus. Gazman, his tyres aren't looking so bad. He's 15 seconds off. Cthulhu's got Bunnies still behind him. So Bunnies is on mediums, but his tyres are looking pretty knackered as well. And it looks like the fuel is lasting about just over a third of the race. So in comes the leader, 4.6 up, and I imagine Lexus, locked up going into the pits. 4.2 between them, so Barbosa is probably going to go on to mediums, I would imagine. Let's have a look. It's a quick pit stop here. Lexus as well, he's just topping up. So Gazman takes the lead, so Braun take their lead. Barbosa has come out in 2nd, but he's got Cthulhu right behind him. He's got cold tyres, and we watch up the hill. Can Cthulhu take advantage? Oh, I think we're going to get the run, I think we do. There we go, that Toyota has got us up over the hill. That's the cold mediums on the arrows, so down to 30 goes. It looks like Bunnies is going to try another go as well as we go into the hairpin. I think he's got we're around the other side. Oh, Bunnies can get the traction, he is, so look at that. The cold tyres have meant that Barbosa dropped from 2nd to 4th. That was tricky though. That'd been hard to keep his tyres, keep the guys behind him with cold tyres. Bunnies again lighting up that front right. In Cthulhu, so Gazman is leading, super sub in the Braun. Leading for Wolfbane. He's 4.2 ahead of Intulu. Gazman on mediums, and so is Intulu. Now Spuntmeyer has come out in 6th, and he's in fresh air. Jam has come out in 7th. Ahead of Pat. Pat hasn't stopped yet. Right, should we have a quick look what's going on? So Gazman leading. 4.2 up in the Brawn. Second is in Tulu. So Gazman's on mediums, but his front right is starting to look a bit gnarly, as is his fuel. He's managed to get his tyres to last the fuel, which is the way you want to do it. Here comes in Tulu. He is also in. Bunnies is also in. So Barboso takes over the lead again. 1.5 up on Alexis. So Barboso, so both on medium. So that lead was 4 seconds. So Alexis has taken on a little bit less fuel. Must have had a really good in and out lap, probably because he didn't have to contend with the battling with who would that have been? That would have been Bunnies and Tulu. So the lead is down to 4 tenths now. So Alexis he's got his tyres nice and warm. He's flying. Can he do anything about the arrows whilst Barboso gets his tyres? They've both got equal tyres in terms of compound. Let's have a watch for the back of the arrows. We come downhill into turn 13. Not that easy to pass there because it's not a huge braking zone, and this will be flat. As we go now on board, and you can see the tyres effect is coming on now. So Alexis is 4 tenths up on the fastest lap. Slightly lower fuel. Mediums are nice and fresh. Track's starting to grip in a bit, and all the time we've got Spuntmeyer, who's on softs, right behind us. There he is. He's on softs. So I would expect to see that purple box you can see halfway down the left of the screen, that to change as Spuntmeyer gets those softs wound up. So I think we're going to see a battle for first coming up between Arrows, Aston and Toyota. Let's have a look. Yes, he does. Look at that. He does a 31.4. And we've got a change in lead here. So it looks like Lexus has got past Barboso. We just caught that. Let me try and go back that little time. No, I don't know what that does. It's super though. He goes back to the start of the race. It's so stupid. Right, so Lexus back in the lead. Barboso's got a nice run out there. Can we get? I think we're going to have a go as we come into turn 10. It's super close all the time. We've got Toyota closing us down. Oh, it's sketchy. Oh no, we've gone a little bit wide. I thought that was coming. Oh, a bit of lag there. Come on, Barboso, get it straight. Spin turn it. Got Gazman coming around the corner. He sees the yellows and he's got Jam behind him. The Jam's on the softs as well. So Barboso has dropped down to 7th place. And Wolfbane has gone. So Alexis is leading. We're down to 9. Barboso has gone as well. So we're down to 9 drivers. That's such a shame. He was having such a good race. Spuntmeyer now has elevated up to 2nd place. And he's on the better tyres. Gazman is up to 3rd. So we've got a concertina effect now. So we've got a battle for the lead and we've got a battle for 3rd going on. 3rd between Gazman, Jam, Tulu and Bunnies. Alright, so let's just see what's going on. We have to stay with the leaders for the minute because we've got a tyre advantage that the Toyota's got. What can we do as we come up over the hill? We'll just see what's going on. Click through, right, so Constantine's, we've got to stay on with the leaders. Let's see what Spuntmeyer could do against the medium Aston. He's actually, Alexis had a really good drive out there. So here we go, we've got battles to Jam. He's got Tulu and he's got Bunnies right behind him. So we've got 3 going into this downhill left right-hander. Bunnies keeps it nice and neat. Jam keeps it nice and neat. We've got Bunnies up to 5th now. He's got Tulu. They're all on softs as well, so there's no tyres difference here. Let's have a quick look what's going on in the lead. Oh, Alexis has got a bit of a lead out there, which is good. So, Gazman's in 3rd, and then we got Jam. Bunnies, let's have a look for Bunnies' perspective. Let's have a look behind. So we got a bit of a gap to Tulu. Can he do anything about Jam? Let's have a quick look what's going on with the leaders. The leaders 4 tenths behind them is super close. Don't know where to look at the moment. Alright, so let's go to Alexis. He's got a 6 tenths advantage, 7 tenths now. He's doing a good job on those mediums, whereas Spuntmeyer's on the softs. So Jam has got just over, he's got half a second on Bunnies. Wolfbane saying it's a context wire left. Oh, you shot the pit lane, had no fuel. Lucky there, Wolfbane. So, it's status quo in a minute. Everyone's casual. We're going to have a four-way battle for third in a minute. So, Alexis is still fending off that Toyota, doing a grand job in the Aston Martin. So, Gazman just did a 32.0, his fastest. 32.2 from Jam, his fastest. Pretty much Bunny's fastest, 32.0. And Tulu, 33. So he's the one who got shuffled down a bit. As they come downhill into the hairpin, it looks pretty line astern. And it's Spuntmeyer. I wonder if he's saving fuel. Doesn't seem to be really hassling the hassle in front of him. Whereas we got some hassle into Jam. Jam's about to plant in, he's just a mega first sector. Keep this up, he'll be in the 31s. There's Bunny's line up his front right as he loves to do. And he's already, let's have a look at his tyres. Yeah, Bunny's is looking alright, but he did pit a bit later. Sorry, we have to keep an eye on the leaders as well. So Alexis is doing a great job. Really good job keeping that Toyota behind him. I expected Spuntmeyer to just cruise up behind him and waft on by. Gazman in third, doing a really good job for the Soul Brawn. Jam in fourth. Good recovery drive so far from the back of the grid. Having a good race. I don't think he's had too many dramas, which is good. Bunny's seizing the opportunity here. We call Dubois out, but his championship rival is second at the moment. Bunny's he's just done his fastest 31.894. So Bunny's on double soft mediums as well, same as Spuntmeyer. So Spuntmeyer has got a decent gap to his main rival at the moment. As they come down, so we got a gap here. So Bunny's is looking all over the back of Jam now. Let's go on board. We've got to see the back of the front back of that Ferrari. We like what should we go through the very quick turn 10. It's Bunny, sure not going to try and get around the outside now as we go around it. Oh, looks like thought Jam was going to run out a bit wide there, but he didn't. He's got Bunny's trying to go around the outside of him. Let's cut back to Bunny's. Jam's gone a little bit wide, so there we go. That was all it took. And it looks like Tulu's got past Jam as well. So slight running wide there from Jam, and he's down to 6th, and Jam's up there. Bunny's is up to 4th. So what can he do about Gazman? Gazman's on mediums, doing a fine job, doing low 32s on mediums, which is pretty much as quick as the guys behind him on soft. So it looks like mediums. He's turning. So Lexus has done a 31.5 on his medium. He's now doing 32.5s, but mediums seem to be coming into their own here. This is interesting. So what can Bunnies do about Gazman? Can he get up to 3rd? He'll have a bit of clear space once he does that. Let's have a quick look down. So Jam's in 6th. So Pat and Tiny having a battle. Let's see what's going on between these two. Lowy in 9th. Lowy can get some pace. Lowy deserves kudos because he always keeps plugging away. He never quits. Never ever quits. Right, so Gazman has been caught by Bunnies now. I think that's impressive from Lowy. So Gazman has just done purple. So his mediums are starting to light up. He's got Bunnies right behind him. We go on board. Let's go for the... You can see the halo vibrations. We go through that long turn 10. Oh yeah, you see that's where... oh, we got... oh, that's a Lowy. Right, sometimes when I see a Jordan, I think that's called Dubois. But Lowy's just lost it. Keep going now, Lowy. Doing a good job. I don't know why I'm not getting the fastest lap on the left-hand side of the screen, which is annoying. Right, so Bunnies is on the fastest lap. He's trying to chase down Gazman. Let's come out of it and go back and spectate. We'll give it to me back. No, he doesn't. Oh, well, never mind. Right, so we got still a 7/10 gap between 1st and 2nd. Gazman has got Bunnies all over the back of him. Lowy's doing a good job on his softs, and there's Jam trying to recover. So all to play for still. I mean, there's still only 11, 12 seconds off the lead, and we're 21 laps into the race, so it is close. And given how tricky these cars are, well, looks like Jam's had a little bit of a mistake, and he looks like he's that's a low behind him. Got a big gap to Tiny though. Tiny's got past Pat. We missed that, but Tiny is now up to 7th, and we've still got a 7/10 gap to our leader. Right, so Bunny's still behind Gazman. Gazman has just done the fastest lap of the race on mediums. 31.1, fractionally quicker than Bunny's, who's on soft. So Gazman's finding some serious pace in that brawn. And we can see that Spunwire's still 5 or 6 tenths behind the leader. So we're still, oh no, Gazman finally made a mistake. He's been driving beautifully, but that was just enough to let Bunny's go into 3rd and 2 into 4th. So keep your head down, Gazman. You've got the pace. You just banged in the fastest lap. Keep your head down. You can get 3rd place back. What's Gazman got? Gazman's got. So Gazman will have softs after this. So yeah, keep your head down, Gazman. You've got softs to come after this. Whereas, yeah, actually, I think Bunny's has probably got a soft. Spunwire's got soft, but Tulu. What's in Tulu got? Tulu's using softs as well. So. Oh, someone said I'm going slow there. Jam looks if we get a bit of understeer. Just his quickest lap, but 37, so he lost 6 seconds that lap. So to the leaders. Oh, it looks like it's getting a bit closer there. Spunwire, I wonder if he's trying to pace his tyres a little bit. He's done the medium run. He's going to have soft next, whereas Alexis is going to have mediums, another set of mediums. But Alexis is showing those mediums go pretty well. Right, so Bunny's got free air now. Time to unleash the beast. The beast that is Bunny's. He's 9 seconds behind the leaders. He was 18, remember that? He was 18 and we got to change to the lead. Looks like spun by Alexis has gone slightly wide. Oh, he won't show me this, but I'll try it. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, I did actually. Let's try it again. It might go back if we go back a bit further. There we go. So what's Alexis doing? Alexis, I think, oh yeah, he just ran a little bit wide. This is where Gazman went off. Very easily done. There we go. Replay actually worked. So Spunwire's now into the lead on his softs. Bunny's, so he was 18 seconds behind. He's now 8.8. So Bunny's can win this one. He's just done a 31.3 as well. So Bunny's was on mediums. So I should write these down really. Bunny's I think was on mediums. He was on mediums on his first stint. So still all to play for here. The Spunwire now, he's in the clear. He's got softs on and he ran mediums in the first stint, so they'll have enough set softs. Alexis will also have, I think, softs to come. Actually, no, he'll have mediums. So in theory, Spunwire has got a tyre advantage over second. Bunny's will be on the same, and 8 seconds is not a huge gap. That's doable. There's still a third of the race to go. He can close that down. Tulu is now 4th. Gazman is now 5th. Jam's in 6th. Now Gazman has got a set of softs to come. Jam has got all softs. Right, Pat is doing a good job in arrows in 7th. The lone arrows left. And Tiny Terra is 8th. So Tiny's just on a 141, so obviously had a bit of an off. He's still there, and Aloe getting to the 34s now, so he's getting the pace. Keep trucking. So Spunwire. Pace is dropping off a little bit if his tyres wear, but he's getting into the range where he can do another soft stint. Can't really tell when that was, but he should be able to get another set of softs to the end. Lex is doing 33s, Bunnies is doing 31s, and he's bringing in Tulu with him. So these two are lapping pretty much the same pace. In fact, if anything, and Tulu on his worn soft, I think he's the fastest man on the track. He is. He's half a second quicker than his teammate. Bunny's Yeah, Spies and Tulu, sorry, are both pretty similar speeds. There's Gasman in fifth, doing a great job for Braun. And Jam is in sixth. Still only 7 seconds off Gasman. We can see how easy it is to make a mistake, so he could easily get that into the top 5, if not higher. He's on a PB. Pat is in 7th. Tiny is in 8th. And Low is in 9th. So, if we look at it, actually, Toyota are having a great night tonight. We've got 1st and 4th. And where are Toyota in the championship? Toyota are leading. So, Spunway will be pleased with this. He's got 1st and 4th at the moment. Aston Martin has only got one driver left in the field. Lotus is also having a better night tonight. Jordan have only got one, and Braun have only got one. Ferrari have only got one. And Arrows have only got one. Someone must have two. So Toyota and Lotus are the only teams that got two in the field. So, doing a good job, Spunmeyer. Let's have a look how Spunmeyer's been doing. I'll have to see if I can find this Easter Bunny left. Easter Spunmeyer won round 4. And he's had a series of podiums as well, so having a cracking season. So Jam is in, obviously decided to get rid of those old softs. Let's see if we can do something on the new ones. He's well ahead of Pat though, so not a problem there. I'm doing a Murray Walker now, I'm standing up. Standing up. That is a can of Coca-Cola. It's not a beer, although it's very tempting. It's quite warm tonight. Someone wants to bring me a Estrella or a Brewdog. That'd be very nice. Other beers, of course, are available. Right, 3.4 up, 3.1. So I think Spunmeyer has obviously made a little bit of an error there. He's just lost a chunk of time. He's about to come in the pits. Alexis is going to be on mediums, I think, isn't he? Oh, Spunmeyer's doing another lap. That's interesting. I thought he might be in there. So you can see, it's even though Spunmeyer's got a tyre advantage, it's very easy to go off. So Bunnies is in. Bunnies is ditching his softs. I think that'll be for another set of softs. He was only 6.3 off the lead. So watch for Bunnies. It's a quick stop here. Watch out for Bunnies. So we got... Oh, keep it on the road there, Bunnies. And Tulu as well has come in. So those two matching each other. Bunnies has taken a little bit more fuel. They're pretty much the same. Only 1.1 ahead. They're only 24 seconds apart. And the stop here is pretty quick. So Spunmeyer is now 2.7. I think he's starting to struggle with traction in that car. You see his, understeer in that car. His front right is looking absolutely toasted. Whereas Alexis has got a little bit more. Alexis on these mediums is on a purple. So this is what we said, that being on mediums isn't necessarily a disadvantage, because the tyres wear down so quickly here that the softs go off and so the mediums come into their prime. So you can see there that gap has halved in a couple of laps. So Spunmeyer will be in, the leader will be in. Bunnies is not going to be far behind. So let's watch this. This is going to be tight. Lexus is in. Gasman is still doing a grand job in third. He's still going. Here comes Bunnies over the kink. We'll keep an eye out on those two leaders. Bunnies is going to be close here. So Spunmeyer's fueling, as is Alexis. Alexis, I think, goes on the mediums. Let's have a look. Bunnies is coming around the last corner. He's on the pit straight. So Spunmeyer. Right, this is game on. Spunmeyer's just come out on a fresh set of softs. 1.2 ahead of Alexis. And Bunnies is now only 3.3 off the lead. So again, doing his charge back through the field. I think he was pretty much last again. He was pretty much last of the qualifying. Then another bad start. What can we do? What can we do? 2.2 covers the top three. And Bunnies, who was that on the... Bunnies, I think he's on a purple. Could he win this race? Could he win another race? Another charge. Let's just quickly catch what's going on. So Ntulu is dropped off a bit. He's in 4th. So he must have had a bit of a drama on his outlap because he was right there as well. Gasman is in 5th. Jam is in 6th. Tiny in 7th. Pat and Ava Low in 9th. So 1.5 seconds covers the top 3. Spunmire is leading. Lexus is 2nd. Bunnies is 3rd. They're all on the same tyre. If they listen to me, I bet they're sweating. Because I'm telling them what the order is, although they can probably see it. So here comes Alexis. He looks like he's going to try and make a move on the Toyota. As we come down the hill into the last corner, I think he's alongside. As we go, he's going to brake latest. Spunmire looked like he went deep. No, he didn't. He got his stop nicely. Spunmire is still leading. He's got Alexis right behind him, right as gearbox, and his Bunnies. As we go into his first complex. Oh, that's brave. Oh, that's brave. Oh, he's got the switchback though. That was beautiful. He got the switchback up the hill. It looks like he's got it done. Oh, Bunnies. Whoa! Completely sideways, but managed to hold it. Let's just see if I can get that one back again. That was a massive tank slapper. No, he's gone. Silly game. Right, he's still purple though somehow. Oh, that's managed. So Alexis has grabbed the lead. What a move that was. Spunmire up into coming out of the first 2 corners. So, can he pull away now from Spunmire? What can Spunmire do? They're all on the same tyres. They've all got the same fuel. Let's have a quick look. So, overtake status. That's important. So, Alexis has got just under a quarter left. Spunmire has a quarter left. Bunnies has over half left, and he's just done a 29.9. That is rapid. Absolutely rapid. So, game on. We have 8 laps left after the end of this one. Lexus is pulling away a bit. Spunmire just needs to keep his head down. He's got the pace. He's got his championship rival behind him. For 2nd, anyway. But Cool D-Boy's not here tonight. So they've got to try and make hay. What's Bunny's done? Bunny's has done a 32. We saw him have a proper tank slapper coming out. I don't think they're going to run out of time. Oh, looks like Spunmire was a little bit squirrely as well. And we have 1.80 seconds covers 1st to 3rd. And Ntulu's not far behind either. He's doing 31s though. Whereas the leaders... Well, actually... So Lexus has done a 31.3. Spunmire's obviously had a couple of squirrely laps. Bunnies has done a 29.9, so it's 1.4 seconds faster than anyone else. That is super quick. So we've got Alexis leading from Spunmire, from Bunnies, multinational. Look at that, multinational top 4. That's impressive. Gasman is doing a good job in 5th. Jam. Looks like he's just done his fastest, but he's had another tricky lap. I think the battle here at the moment is for 2nd place. So down the hill we go into the last corner. 7 laps to go at the end of this one. So Spunmire turns in very early for that last corner. If he's thinking he needs to defend. And Bunnies is right behind him now. And we're sure he's going to make a move. Oh, that looked very tight. Looked like a bit of grass was involved. But I think he's got him. So they come back up on the hill. No, the camera angle is rubbish. Oh no! Spunmire's spun! Oh no! What's happened there? Let's try and go back. Maybe we'll catch that. No, it's gone back. I don't know how many laps has gone back. Let's just try another setting. Oh, it's such a shame for Spunmire. No, that's where he took the lead. So, right, so Spunmire's down to 4th. He's got his teammate behind him. In fact, Gasman's not that far behind Spunmire, so Spunmire's lost a lot of time there. Alexis is now leading. So it just shows you how quick these races can change. That Spunmire's now down to 4th, and Bunnies, who was last, is now looking down the barrel of an Aston to get 1st. And he's got the pace. We know he's got the pace. I mean, he's fastest lap. He's almost a second and a half quicker than anyone else's. So, Intulu's up to third. Now, what will Intulu do? Well, Intulu in the championship is... Intulu is ninth, and his teammate is second. Will he play a bit of a team game? Gazman's not far behind Spunby though, so Spunby is not out of the woods for second, for fourth, and Gazman's just done a 30.5, which I think is the second fastest lap of the race. So Gazman's got some pace from the Brawn with low fuel and soft sun. So we've got a few scraps here going on. Let's look at the battle for the lead. Bunnies is now half a second behind. Bunnies has really turned it on the last few. He didn't have a very good round one, but then round two he won. Round three he had a poor round. He's having a look now, so let's go on boards. We go into turn 10. He's trying to go down the inside of him. I think he's got him. Is he going to go down the inside of turn 10? He does. That is a fantastic move. Can Alexis stick around the outside though? He's going to try. Let's have a look. We're having a real battle. Is he going to try and go down the inside? Not quite. Bunny shuts him off. Don't run out wide. Oh, the dirty air killed him, I think, there. Let's see if Alexis can retaliate. That car is quick, but we know Bunny tends to go through his tyres. And he's got a good run. Look at this. We've got a good run as we go into the downhill right hand. Oh no, it's so easily done. That dirty air's done him, I think. Pick himself up. He's now got a load of crap on his tyres. And Tulu's going to be watching this, thinking I can get second here. This is looking interesting. Spunby has pulled a bit of a gap to Gazman though. Yeah, Spunby, look at he did a 140. That's really killed him. That lap 30 has really killed him. So Bunnies has now, after all that, got a 3-second lead with 5 laps to go. Right, so is the Lotus driver going to win again? He's had a second in round 6. He had a second. He won the last round. Resurgent Team Lotus. So Alexis is in second. He's got 1 second gap to Tulu. Spunby is only 8.5, and Spunby's now, I think, lit a fuse within himself. He's just done a 30.9, his fastest lap. There's still 5 laps to go, so it's still doable. And that shows the quality of the field, that we're 49 minutes into the race, and there's 10 seconds between first and fifth. That is a small mistake. So Bunnies is now only 2.2 behind Alexis. Just lapped his teammate. Alexis is catching back up again, so I wonder if there's a bit of drama there. The Bunnies lapping his teammate and Team Boss. So we have 4 laps to go in. This one only 2 seconds lead. Alexis still hasn't given up. Let's hopefully Tiny doesn't give any problems. And then you've got Tulu right behind Alexis. So hopefully Tiny should move over and let the Aston Martin through. Is he going to move over? No, he doesn't. Not into the complex. Oh, a little bit of team tactics here, I think. Yeah, he's getting the blue flags. Let him over. There he goes. But Alexis lost a little bit of time there, and we've now got Tulu all over the back of that Aston Martin. Tiny move that wide, lets Tulu through. Well done. And Tulu can sniff second here. The Spunby is coming after them as well. Spunby, I think, is now... Yeah, Spunby is now the fastest on the track. So he's only 3.7 behind the battling second and third. So he only takes second and third to trip over himself. The Bunnies has now got that lead up to 3.4, so it got down to Alexis got down to about 2 seconds at one point, but it's back up. Cannot make a mistake. No one can make a mistake. Look at this. Even if Bunnies runs wide, he's lost the lead. He'll be down to third. Spunby, here he is in fourth. He's still with Gazman. Gazman's still flying, evenly matched. Still 10 seconds covering the top 5. So. This is a good super sub in from Gazman. He's done well. You can see there, I think everyone's had some sort of drama at some point. Then there's Jam in the Ferrari. I don't see much of him. Still plugging away, it's still 6. And that'll be still good points for Ferrari. 6 is 14 points, so that'll still be worth having. Actually, yeah. Jan's been consistent. Right, so, and then Pat doing a good job in 7th. So it's good points for Arrows as well, they need them. Tiny still plugging away in 8th. His driver's leading, so this is good for Team Lotus. And Lowy is still cracking on. We love a Lowy, keep going. Right, Bunnies has now got a 4-second lead over in Alexis, but Tulu's coming at him. And what's Spuntmeyer doing? Spuntmeyer, yeah, he's lost a bit of ground there, so him and Gazman. Oh, Gazman's had an off. Obviously he was trying to push with Spuntmeyer, hopefully they didn't tangle, they both lost a bit of time, but Gazman's had an off, so I think that consolidates his 5th. So I think this one's all about a 2nd and 3rd. We've got 2 laps to go. When we get to the end of this one, can Alexis was leading, had a great battle, he's treated some great racing, Lexus. Tulu, Bunnies, Spuntmeyer, Gazman, and Jam as well. It's been cracking racing. Can he hold his nerve for the last 2 laps? Tyres starting to go. Tulu's look better. Alexis has got a little bit of smidge of overtake left. And he's just done his PB, he's just done a 31.3. Whereas in Tulu he's out of it. Spuntmeyer, he's only 5 seconds behind him and he's got a quarter of his overtake left. If he gives that a proper going over, could he catch 5 seconds in 2 laps? He could if they start battling. Bunnies is out of overtake, so he thought, right, I'm going to bang in those 29s and 30s. And then just get my lead up and away we go. Right, so Alexis, 2nd ahead. They've got I think a Pat in front of them. There we are. So Pat is not far in front of them. Lexus will be looking at thinking, I don't really want anyone in front of us. Is anyone else getting involved? No. There's Bunnies onto the penultimate lap. Lexus is still going quicker. Getting some pace now. Trying to pull away. He's got a 1.5 second gap now. Gap's a bit all over the place, and it's down to 1 coming down again. So Tulu seems to be very quick through that turn 15, effectively penultimate corner. We've got a bit of traffic as well, and if Alexis only has to catch him up in the wrong place, so the first complex, for instance, to go up the hill, very easy. Oh, Pat's gone off though. Hopefully that's not going to interfere with. Oh no, Lexus has gone wide as well though. Oh, it looks like we got Will banging as we go up the hill and Tulu's got him. So Lexus, I think it might have been wrong sighted a little bit by the Pat in front of him. But he's got him back, so he's got back down the inside. These two having a cracking battle. Can he get him back though? He's trying to make a move down the inside of the hairpin, but he's going to be in the toe as we go through turn 10. So in Tulu, opportunist I think. I think if Alexis was slightly put off by Pat going wide. But he's right on his tail. Let's have a watch as we go through these. Look how quick they go through turn 10. It is bonkersly quick. Right, Alexis all over the back. So this is the final lap. Where's Bunnies? Bunnies is right coming up to the last corner soonish, so we don't want to miss Bunnies going across the line. Where is he? He's coming through. Not sure where he is. Where is he? Right, there he is. Right, let's go back to these battling pair. Bunnies is just coming through the last couple of corners. Tulu's got it at the moment, and we just keep an eye on Bunnies. So I don't want to miss him crossing the line. Tulu looks like he's got 7 tenths. Just don't muck up the last corner. And Bunnies comes into the last corner. 6.5 seconds up. Another win for the Lotus driver. What a brilliant recovery drive from the back, and fantastic win for Bunnies. It looks like Tulu's going to get 2nd. So great drive from Tulu. Alexis gets 3rd, does a spin across the line. Spuntmeyer is going to get 4th. Across the line he comes, he's out of fuel. Gazman, shame he wasn't a bit closer because Spuntmeyer was out of fuel, but he's going to get a good 5th. So whilst we wait for him to cross the line, Bunnies, what a drive from Bunnies. Again, I think he likes the challenge of coming from the back. Here comes Gazman, he's pleased with that, gives it a wiggle as we go across the line. 5th, well done sir. Here comes Jam. It was in a scrap there for Gazman and the like. Maybe having some wheel problems still. But he's going to finish. Race of attrition this one tonight, only 9 finishing. So Pat has finished 7th, so good on Pat, well done for finishing. Tiny finishes 8th, Aloe finished 9th, and Jam is just coming across into the last corner to finish 6th. And Cthulhu has decided he wanted to leave without waiting for everyone to finish, which is a bit of a shame. Right, so there we go. What? Actually, no, I think Cthulhu did the right thing there. I think he had actually pulled out, didn't he, and left it to the end. So, well done, Bunnies. There we go. Nexus Racing Team gets another win. I think that's win number 3. Yes, it is. 2 on the bounce after a second at the Nordschleife. So, Bunnies is on form. Let's have a look at the result. So, Bunnies takes a great win for Team Lotus. Good points for Team Lotus. They need it in the championship. They were only just behind Aston Martin, and Cthulhu didn't make the end. So, Lotus, I think, has probably gone past Aston, pending these stewards. So, Bunnies wins. Fantastic win for Bunnies. And Tulu, a real cracking fighting drive from Tulu. Only 6 seconds behind at the end. So, you see the top 3 covered by 7 seconds after an hour's racing. Let's have a quick... So, well done the top 3. In Tulu's second, Alexis gets a great third. So, gave us some cracking racing between those guys. So, well done for Alexis in the Aston. That's good points for Aston Martin. Then, Spuntmeyer 4th. What could he make? He was up there. He was definitely in the fight for the lead. But a 4th is still good for his championship. But it's going to be super close between him and Bunnies now. Super close. It will come down to drop scores. I think he'll just keep his second. We'll see how it turns out. Gazman, a great 5th for Gazman. Did well. Super subbing for Braun, finishes 5th. Jam soldiered on, persevered with 6th, and looks like he had some wheel problems. Yeah, wheel stopped working according to the chat. So, did well to finish. Mama like saying in the chat saying, well done Bunnies. This is on my WhatsApp because she can't comment on the YouTube. Well done everyone. Yeah, well done Bunnies, says Mama Sykes. Pat was 7th, so good 7th for Pat. Finished nicely there for the arrows. And Tiny finishing 8th. Good points for Team Lotus, as we said. Lowy finishing 9th, 2 laps down, but he stuck it out. And we had DNF from Barbosa, Wolfbane and Cthulhu. So your fastest lap was also Bunny. You see that? He was the only one in the 29. In fact, he was the only... Spuntmeyer was... Actually, no, we had Spuntmeyer and Gazman in the 30s. But, yeah, dominance from Bunny's there. Fastest lap. So, there we have it. That was round 8 for the Series 5. Let's have a look to see where we're going next. We are at Road Atlanta, which is going to be mental. That's such a good track. And I think the first sector in Road Atlanta and these things is going to be absolutely mega. Right, let's have a quick look at the chat. Pat saying went quite a bit better than expected, and thank you for missing most of the moments I had. You're more than welcome. It's always a shame that I can't cover everyone as much as you'd like, but there's quite a lot of action going on there. Jam saying we'll stop working. That's the last 10 laps were not good. Yeah, rig problems are always a pain. And Pat saying to Jam, I thought I was catching you quicker than expected because of his wheel problems. Right, there we have the result for round 8. Join us for round 9 next week at Road Atlanta. It's going to be all to play for. Obviously, we call Dubois missing. I say, Call Dubois drop scores are quite low, so it won't affect his score too much. But it's going to be all to play for, and in the constructors as well, it's going to be super tight. With Toyota, Toyota a good day. Toyota, I think, will increase their lead as second and fourth, but between Aston Martin and Lotus, it's going to be very, very tight. Right, that was it. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again very soon. I've been Matt Psycho 16, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.